Good afternoon, everybody. In declaring this graduation ceremony open, may I please ask you all to be seated. Deputy Lieutenant of Leicestershire, honoured guests, governors and staff of Loughborough College, parents, guardians, partners and friends, but above all, our graduands, welcome to this celebration of fantastic student achievement in higher education. You are all very welcome to share in our return and celebrate the success of these fine people seated at the front. My name is Chris Cockerton. I'm the Dean of Higher Education here at Loughborough College, and it's my great pleasure to ask the Principal and CEO, Joe Marr, to open our proceedings. Joe.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm delighted and privileged to open today's ceremony and to welcome our graduating classes of 2020 and 2021. Throughout the pandemic, we've been affected each individually in profound ways. We've all experienced loss in various ways, but today, just for today, for the next hour, I want this ceremony to be about you, our graduands. I want you to be able to take a moment of time to personally reflect on your fantastic achievements. And what I hope at the end of the ceremony is that you are as proud of yourselves as we are of you. And I'd like to start by sending a real personal and heartfelt thanks for your support and your exemplary behaviour throughout COVID pandemic. The way you were on campus, the high standards of behaviour, the support for your staff, the appreciation that we were all learning just one step in front of you. We tried at all times to stay that one step ahead, but to adapt to personal challenges and family and support, and to be so constructive in your feedback to enable us to give you the very best service we could provide and to keep the college community safe made my job a pleasure to do, and I really do. Thank you. Now, having worked with so many of your brilliant staff at the first time I was at Loughborough College for 10 years, and then coming back and seeing so many familiar faces with John and the team across the various departments that are here this evening, and with our fantastic validation partners, who we thank for their support and for their collaboration through the University of Derby, the University of Warwick, and our partners at Pearson. It's just been absolutely brilliant to work collaboratively so that we can provide the very best in academic experience, the very best in applied and practical experience, to equip you with the skills that we believe that you're going to need in the future with our employers. Mapping the competencies as well as the academic rigour makes your degrees and your higher national diplomas so valued by employers. Now we know that you're progressing to a competitive labour market. What do employers tell us constantly as an executive team that they're looking for? They're telling us persistently that the economy needs values-driven, talented people who can work as a team, show character, humour, and perform when it counts. And if those traits don't describe the Loughborough College class of 2020 and 2021, then I really don't know what does. It's often been said that to raise a child, it takes a village. And for your career to thrive, I believe it takes a community of networks, a community of partnerships. So my advice to you from someone who has been a part of the Loughborough family for 15 years now is never be too shy or never be too proud to ask for help. Never be too shy to get a mentor, to seek advice, to seek guidance, because you can be individually brilliant and still get a little help along the way. So please do take us up on that, because we hope that here at Loughborough, when we talk about a Loughborough family, we really mean it. Don't be a stranger. The very best leaders and the very best people that are the most talented, they take people up the ladder on their way. They look back, they offer a helping hand, and they help the people behind them because they know that they are talented and confident in their own right, and they don't need to worry about an ego as to, well, what if you're great? Actually, we can both be great. So take a look at the generations beneath you, take a look at the community around you, and see if you can help someone out as well. And that could be one of our further education students here at the college. Success is a journey. It's not a destination. Make sure your journey is filled with love, laughter, hard work, and fun. Most of all, fun. I wish you the very, very best in your endeavours, and I tip my hat to all of you for your achievements. It's now my pleasure to hand over to the Vice Chair of our corporation and also the Chair of our Quality Committee, Stuart Lindeman, to address you on behalf of our Corporation of Governors. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. As Vice Chair of the Board of Governors, it's an honour and a privilege to be asked to give the vote of thanks. I know our Chair, Wendy Coy, is very disappointed not to be able to join you all today. It's already been said, but it cannot be underestimated just how impressive our students have been when confronted with what is probably the biggest challenge of our generation these last few years, and what a year last year has been. Our students have shown an incredible ability to adapt, to think differently, and demonstrated a selfless spirit in following rules which have supported the safety of the entire college campus. And for this, we thank you. I've been around the campus myself this last year quite a lot, and the professional way students have conducted themselves has been outstanding. They've all made personal commitments and sacrifices to succeed and absolutely deserve their celebration and our congratulations today. Joe has already spoken of the necessary partnerships between students, teaching staff, employers, parents, guardians, supporters and partners to aid that success. And to you all, I would like to add the thanks of my colleagues on the Board of Governors. I'm proud to speak as Vice Chair on behalf of all members of our board and assure you that in addition to our responsibilities of strategic and financial direction, we also take great pride in a careful oversight of the educational strength and quality of our programme. And seeing and hearing about the achievements of Class 2020 and 21 here today is evidence of that. Now, the collaboration with our validating university partners is a vital part of our higher education programme, and we are grateful to them for their continued support. I'd like to thank our honoured guest, Professor Keith McClay, Provost for Learning and Teaching at the University of Derby, for presenting the awards today and for saying a few words later. So, as we step optimistically but cautiously back to the normality after the pandemic, the nature of the world of work and education has changed so dramatically. So we do understand the challenges that are going to face you ahead. In an increasingly contactless and agile world, artificial intelligence, digital intelligence, automated transportation, the Internet of Things and 5G will become even more central to our digital economy and industry. The digital revolution is upon us. Those with the ability to adapt quickly to changing environments will become even more important, along with developing transferable skills and the commitment to lifelong learning. And I know we believe that fervently here at Loughborough College, and you're part of that. The Board of Governors will continue to support and resource our provision here in the college to help many more people succeed, just as you have done. And remember, we can always help with what's in the future too. So don't forget, we'll still be here when you've moved on. So, thank you again for choosing to come to Loughborough College. Congratulations on gaining your qualification and the very best of luck on your future journey. Thank you. Moving on, I'd just like to reflect on the fact that in helping to support our students to gain their degrees, diplomas or certificates, we do work very closely with a range of organisations to ensure that the vocational relevance of our awards is understood. And it's always a pleasure to hear this viewpoint represented. And I'd like to ask Professor Keith Macleay, the Provost for Learning and Teaching at the University of Derby, to address this now. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, 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 isn't it marvellous to be here in person? You probably expect me to say something very formal to begin with, but I was just overcome by being in person with real people, sentient beings, enjoying and celebrating your success, that I thought I might ditch with the formality. But I can't, because there are some important things, I think, to talk with you about. First of all, as the Provost of Learning and Teaching at the University of Derby, I'm absolutely delighted to be here and to congratulate all of our students here at Loughborough College who have completed their studies with the University of Derby. Pursuing higher education is one of the most important and personal investments of time, effort and emotion that you can make. And the most successful completion of a period of study is certainly worth celebrating. That is why we gather here today to celebrate your success. This ceremony is a celebration of your learning, your effort, your sense of achievement, and your happiness in your personal success. I am sure that there were times which were particularly tough, particularly over the last 12 to 18 months, when as a community of learners and educators, we had to adjust very quickly to a very different mode of delivery and the circumstances surrounding that. Real achievement, however, is never attained easily. Through your own ability, persistence and determination, and with the support of your friends and family, you have achieved your goal. You have demonstrated your capacity to succeed, and you can take huge pride in that achievement. We gather here today to congratulate you. The University of Derby is a community of which you are now a full member, and it is extremely proud of your achievements. The university continues to go from strength to strength. It's a community which includes you and now comprises over 30,000 people, the vast majority of whom are students studying in a wide range of disciplines and locations across the UK. We are a community dedicated to learning, to educating, to scholarship and research, and we educate across a wide range of programmes, from the skills agenda through to postdoctoral work. As a learning community, partnership working is at our core, and that is why, above all else, we value and place a premium on our partnership with Loughborough College, and why I take huge pride and pleasure in being here today to join you in celebrating your success, alongside colleagues from Loughborough College. But we must also remind ourselves that there remain vast numbers of people for whom genuine educational opportunity is denied. Through learning as a community, we must all challenge and try to overcome these barriers to support openness, tolerance, and fairness. It is also a fast-changing world in which a job is paramount, and so the focus now is on employability, flexibility, and self-determination. You have acquired significant knowledge and skills through your studies so far, but the process of learning is never, ever finished. More than ever before, you will need to continue learning if you are to flourish and lead a prosperous and fulfilling life. The University of Derby, Loughborough College will support you in that process. Take huge pride in what you achieved to date and look forward to what you have the capacity in the future to achieve. Congratulations to one and all, and thank you very much for the invitation to share in your success today. Thank you.
Professor Macleay, thank you very much for those words. Thank you. Before we come to the presentation of our awards, I would also like to invite our guest speaker today, Sandra Wiggins, Director of DPI UK Limited, to address us now. Sandra?
Looking out there, it's not daunting much, must I say. I hope all of you that are sat on the front just sit with yourselves for a couple of seconds and just go, how do I feel right this minute? Are you feeling proud? Can answer me. Good. Remember that feeling. Remember that feeling on those days when your head, well, it's when my head is on the desk. And remember that feeling about those little wins every single day. That is achievement. That is feeling proud about what you do day in, day out. It took me, very sadly, till the age of 50 to realise that I was good at what I do. And yeah, I know I'm pretty young, but hey, 50. 50 to go. Do you know what? I have worked my whole life. Yes, I left school with no exams. I did go to Loughborough College and I did a business tech studies course that, I don't know if I dare admit this out here, that I didn't quite get through the exams. Hence why I refused to wear a gown, because I thought that was disrespectful to you, amazing people that have actually achieved far more than I ever did. So I also take my hat off to you. I have spent my life battling a little bit of that imposter syndrome of I'm not quite good enough. Well, actually, I am good enough. I've proved to myself that I am good enough, not because of somebody saying that to me, but because I made a choice when life was not going too well for me. I made a choice that actually that nobody was going to be my hero. Nobody was going to save me. Nobody was going to make my life really nice and right for me. And that actually I needed to just get up off my, am I allowed to say backside? Is that okay? To get up off my backside and do it for myself. And I think one of the things that has actually got me through life has been my attitude. And you probably can hear it in my voice about, you know, am I arrogant or am I confident? It's a very fine line. But if you know you are good at something, if you know and you've got a will to do something, don't ever, ever let anybody make you feel inferior. That is their problem, not yours. Whatever you do in life, give it your all. I have been in some really tricky situations where I decided, one, I didn't like the job I was doing. I was in the corporate world of international shipping. In my day, it was just called shipping. Now it's got its own sector. It's called logistics. And I have to say it was the best training ground for me to be thinking on my feet, because it was all about having to get the job done at whatever cost. And it's actually allowed me to go on, run my own pub. Sadly, I did have to walk away from that due to my husband's illness, which was very, very silly of him to go and get ill. I had to walk away from that business, which was also my family home, and also was my life's dream. It was where I was going to retire to. It was where I was going to be travelling the world and do all the things I wanted to do. But unfortunately, life never quite works out how you think it's going to. So I do remember leaving that business with my suitcase, my hubby, and thinking, what now? Because I couldn't get a job. Nobody would employ me. I'd taken on rented accommodation and had absolutely no idea how I was going to pay the rent. So actually, while hubby was in the hospital fighting cancer, I was out there making sure that I delivered home the money every single day so we had a roof over our head. And some 15, 20 years on, I'm doing the same thing again. Not that hubby's ill. He's fine now. He's got his sister's kidney. You know, power to all women, bless her. But I have to say, just getting up every single day knowing that I had to deliver a roof over our head was my main motivation. It was the want and the need. The need was I needed money. The want was I wanted to be the best that I could be at whatever I did. Maybe I was trying to prove to other people that said that I wasn't good enough, that I was. But like I say, it took me till 50 to realise it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It's actually what you think of yourself. If you've got confidence in your ability and you want to do something, you will find a way to do it. I've heard all the speeches so far, and everybody's talked about, getting help, sharing your achievements. I was also one of those people that crashed out with mental health when things didn't go too right. And what I did was I actually got a mentor, and I actually took on coaching. And I still, to this day, even in the business that I'm in now, some 8 years on at DPI, we're a manufacturer. My God, have we been resilient through the last 18 months. But I talk with coaches and mentors, and I'm very honest and open about my journey with mental health, because we all have good days and we all have bad days. We all have days where we're wondering how we're going to get through it, and then we get home and we should sit down, and that feeling that you just had about feeling proud of your achievement, that's the feeling you need to feel at the end of that day, because you've done it. Well done to you. One of my biggest things as being a business owner now, and especially in manufacturing, is constantly I am asked, a female in manufacturing, you're in a male-dominated world. Let me tell you, there is no such thing as a male-dominated world. Absolutely none. It's a world where anybody can be absolutely anything that we want to be and we choose to be. It is our choice for whatever we want to do. And if other people are not giving you the respect for what you want, then you call them out on that. That is one thing that I have learned over my years in business, in industry, in everything. If something's not right, call it out and be part of the change. Get involved and change it. So, again, I talk about attitude. I've heard this time and time again over here. One of the quotes that I found today, which I thought was absolutely brilliant, and it says, your attitude is like a price tag. It shows how valuable you are. Your attitude tells you how valuable you are. It's not about what the people think, it's about you. It's about what you want out of life. It's about defining success on your terms. Don't live up to other people's expectations. As a mother, as a granny of 4.5 children, as a business owner, as a daughter, as a wife, all we ever want for anybody is to be happy, and that is success, in my view. I could go on about all the things I've done in industry, but to be honest, I don't think it's relevant. I could tell you about the times I've had to pick myself up off the floor. Again, it's not relevant. Tonight is about you guys. Tonight is about you have just come through the biggest learning journey in your life, the pandemic, and look at you sitting here, and I can see a few of the faces on the front row. You should be so proud that you are here, your achievements. If you leave here with anything tonight, just leave here going, I am proud of who I am, what I've done, and how I've delivered myself through this past couple of years, and I will carry that into my life going forward. Thank you.
Sandra, thank you very much, and I'm sure there's wise words for everybody listening there today. So we have now come to the presentation of our awards. Could I please ask our esteemed colleagues, Professor Keith McClay from the University of Derby and Joe Marr, our Principal and CEO, to join me at the stage to salute each student who will doff their caps in reply. Can I also ask Curriculum Manager John Melville to read out our names? Thank you.
University of Derby, BA Honours in Education Studies, Cheryl Catesby Potts. Kristen Ely with First Class Honours. Sarah Last with First Class Honours. Chantel Poxon. Kirsty Rathbone. Kate Woods. Rebecca Blades. Jolene de Menezes. Kirsty Ann Hill with First Class Honours. Hayley Holmes. Lewis Jenkins with First Class Honours. Sally Jepson. Maimuna Khalid. Joanne Parnaby. Kerry Richardson. Bradley Rowley with First Class Honours. Anna Rucker. Katie Toon. Emily White. Don Jennifer Wizidagama. Richard Woolley. University of Derby Foundation degree in Children and Young People Services, Jessica Burke. Alison Dudney. Lauren Lindsay. Abby McKeown. Erin Sivtins. Chloe Marie Green. BA Honours in Applied Studies Music, Henry Brewin. Joshua Dutton with First Class Honours. Sophie Harvey with First Class Honours. Alessia Legratali. Elliot Parnell. Charlotte Potter. Kyle Welland. Bethany Williams. University of Derby BSc Honours in Engineering, Electrical and Electronic, Luke Bowley with First Class Honours. Akintunde Adewale. James Hewitt with First Class Honours. Taylor Kind with First Class Honours. Sardar Harris. University of Derby BSc Honours in Engineering Mechanical. Edward Gent with First Class Honours. Thomas Harrison with First Class Honours. Christopher James with First Class Honours. Daniel Pancholi with First Class Honours. Brandon White with First Class Honours. Pearson BTEC HND in Engineering Electrical Pathway, Bradley Goddard. BTEC HNC in Engineering Electrical Pathway, Luke Doyle. Benjamin Horton. Thomas Cole. BTEC HNC in Engineering Mechanical Pathway, Satish Patel. BTEC HNC in Engineering General Pathway, Paris Alexander. The next group of certificates is awarded by the University of Warwick, City and Guilds, the Association of Accounting Technicians and the Chartered Institute of Marketing. Could I please ask our esteemed colleague Helen Lilly, Head of Quality, Teaching and Learning, to present the certificates with us. University of Warwick, Level 5 Diploma in Education and Training, Sunny Dean. Scott Handley. James Woodford. University of Warwick Level 4 Certificate in Education and Training, Juma Dutta. Chartered Institute of Marketing Level 6 Diploma in Professional Marketing, Katie Morris. Level 4 Professional Certificate in Marketing, Lee Botting.
Thank you very much, John, and can I offer my personal congratulations to everybody who's received their certificates today. Very well done. I'm sure you will agree that these awards represent a fantastic amount of effort on the students' part. However, they could not have made it here alone. So if I may, I'd like the graduates to just set down their certificates for one moment, if you would. And then if you could very carefully stand, making sure you don't stand on those certificates. And if you could then turn around 180 degrees and take your hats off in thanks to the parents, guardians, friends, family that have supported you in all of your efforts. Thank you. You can now sit down. I feel like I had to cut that off there because that So everybody who has gained an award here today has achieved their own personal goal and should rightly feel very proud of what they've accomplished. To further celebrate the outstanding achievements of our students, we now wish to award some special commendations. May I please ask the Deputy Lieutenant of Leicestershire, Joe Marr, our principal, to come forward for the salute, and John Melville to announce our award winners.
Foundation Degree in Children and Young Person Services Outstanding Academic Achievement Award. One student who stood out from the excellent standard of students across the course. The award goes to a student who's continuously produced exceptional work throughout their time at the college. The bulk of this coincided with the COVID-19 restrictions, which meant studying from home while continuing to work and homeschool young children. A model student who achieved a distinction grade in virtually all modules and finished with one of the highest grade averages ever achieved on the programme. The award goes to Alison Dudney. Foundation Degree Children and Young People Services Student of the Year. Studying at this level alongside full-time employment and family responsibilities requires great commitment from all students. The award goes to a student who's shown continued commitment to their studies across 3 years, despite finding this quite challenging at times. Their enthusiasm for the course and its related topics never wavered. Their participation in class discussions and willingness to share experiences and information was beneficial both to themselves and others. During their time on the programme, they've grown massively in confidence and shown significant progression academically and professionally. The award goes to Kirsty Blake. BA Education Studies, Outstanding Academic Achievement. This award goes to a person who has been phenomenal throughout their time with the college and has ended up achieving a first-class honours degree. They overcame a number of potential barriers through the year, as well as testing positive for COVID. Despite these difficulties, the strength and quality of their work remained exemplary. Therefore, it is with great pleasure we present this award to Lewis Jenkins. BA Education Studies Student of the Year. This award goes to a student who's consistently demonstrated exceptional dedication to their studies, an excellent example of how dedication, determination and hard work can result in outstanding accomplishments. Highly motivated throughout the course, determined to do their best so they could be the best possible teacher for their own students. This award goes to Katie Toon. HND Engineering Student of the Year. The recipient of this award has achieved distinctions in all his units and an overall distinction for his HND, a very rare feat. He shows a dedication to excellence and approaches all challenges, educational and personal, with effective problem-solving skills. He's shown considerable independence and self-management in attaining his goal. After a hugely successful year, the recipient of this award, Alex Hill, has already joined the BSc degree for this year and will attend the graduation ceremony on completion of this. However, Alex is in the audience today to celebrate the success of his peers, and whilst not coming up to the stage, I'd like everybody to give Alex a round of applause to celebrate his achievement. Overall Engineering Higher Education Student of the Year. This award is presented to a graduating student within Engineering Higher Education who has achieved exceptional results through dedication, effort and application beyond the norm. On this occasion, there are two thoroughly worthy winners of the award. One has been a full-time student at Loughborough College through HND and BSc. The other joined the college as a higher apprentice and has completed HNC, HND and BSc alongside challenging employment. We start them young. Both students have shown dedication and enthusiasm for learning and achieved highly at every stage of their journey, culminating in a first-class honours degree in each case. The award winners are Christopher James and Taylor Kind. Engineering Higher Education Outstanding Achievement Award. This recognises the graduating student who's overcome challenges and demonstrated dedication, independence and applied true engineering problem solving to their activities in gaining their qualification. The award winner joined Loughborough College on the BTEC Level 3 in engineering and, having excelled with distinction, progressed to completing both his HNC and HND on a part-time basis, attaining high grades. He then joined the BSc course with the support of his employer. Through hard work, combined with his industrial experience, he has attained a first-class honours BSc degree, alongside full-time employment and a busy family life, all achieved through lockdown. This award goes to Brandon White. HE Music, Outstanding Academic Achievement. One student who stood out from the excellent standard of students on the course. The award winner is a student who's continuously produced exceptional work throughout their 5 years studying at the college as both a BTEC and degree student, and despite contracting COVID partway through their final year with us. A model student who achieved highly in all the modules on their top-up degree course. This award goes to an individual for their continuous focus and exceptional work, Sophie Harvey. Finally, HE Music Student of the Year. This award goes to a student who really struggled with COVID restrictions. At times they felt very demotivated, but they were open and honest about this and fought on. This resulted in some truly exceptional work, particularly in the second half of the year. This student has risen from being a Level 2 music student, and after 6 years of studying at Loughborough College, has left with a first-class music degree. The Student of the Year is Josh Dutton.
Thank you, John, and once again, congratulations to all of our special award winners. At Loughborough College, we have a tradition of having a student address at our graduation ceremony, and that honour and pleasure this year goes to two students, Lewis Jenkins, who is graduating with a BA Honours in Education Studies, and also to Taylor Kind, who is graduating with a BSc Honours in Engineering, Electrical and Electronic. I'd like to invite Lewis Jenkins to the stage to address us first.
Honourable guests, governors, lecturers, friends and family, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. First, let me add my congratulations to all of you for completing your courses. We've done it. It's been a difficult year, but we have got there. For some of us, this has been a 4-year journey, and some of us a year-long journey. But the memories that we've made and this achievement are worth celebrating alone. My journey started 4 years ago when I began working in a local primary school. And within a few months of working there as a one-to-one, I knew that teaching is what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted as a career. I decided to research what options there were for me and I started studying at Derby and then very quickly transfer to Loughborough College because it was more local. It was without hesitation once I saw the campus, that was where I wanted to be. And I quickly realised that there was a lot of support there and amazing lecturers as well. We have lecturers like Louise, Gaynor and Matt. Also, during my years of completing my foundation degree, I was luckily nominated for a Dean's Award as well, and it wasn't without their continuous support that I would have got that. I did also start my foundation degree lacking confidence in my essays, but thanks to Gaynor and Louise, I did start to believe in myself a little bit more. This then led me to do my BA top-up year with Deb and Louise as well. I remember meeting them in the lecture theatre, fully aware that my final year at uni would be extremely stressful and demanding. Yet today, it proves that it was worth it. I remember them both saying that because I'd chosen to complete it in 1 year instead of the 2, it was going to be hard work, but it would go very, very quickly. Regardless of this, they did say that I needed to try my best to enjoy the year. And that proved to be possible with the support of my fellow graduates as well. They definitely made this year much easier. They helped to keep me motivated. However, and I'm sure Deb will agree, I'm not sure where you are, but Deb will agree that even though I was very motivated, it didn't help presenting the data in my dissertation any easier. It was very, very confusing. Now, this nicely leads me to thanking those that have helped us, guided, and supported us through this journey. Firstly, I'd like to say a huge thank you to the enthusiastic, motivated, and inspiring lecturers, Deb and Louise. You both supported us all through what can only be described as an interesting way of completing a bachelor's degree. Joining weekly Teams calls, hearing Deb's grandfather clock ticking in the background, and intermittent connectivity issues as well. But regardless of the difficulty that COVID brought to our course, the team did their utmost to keep us all motivated. I definitely know that for me as a learner, it was difficult, and I can only imagine how difficult it was to teach like this as well. Yet they've got us all through this difficult time, and I know for a fact they will both miss our continuous emails. On behalf of everyone, I'd like to say a massive thank you to every single member of staff who supported us. You all continue to go above and beyond throughout this time, and irrespective of those challenges that were thrown at us, you truly cared about all of us throughout this journey. I would also like to say a huge thank you to all of our friends and families who are here celebrating today and celebrating this achievement with us, but also to thank them as well for the support that they gave us through the stress, the tears, and also the joy of completing this degree. Finally, I've learnt many things over the last 4 years at Loughborough College. I've learnt that making the right friends to drink coffee with, stress, cry, and definitely laugh with during deadline season helped to make the challenge of completing a degree much more enjoyable. Loughborough College is not the end, but just the beginning of all of our journeys. As for my journey, completing the BA Honours degree has enabled me to fully understand children's behaviour, and it's given me insight into the way that children learn. It's also provided me with the confidence to use theoretical perspectives in practice, and this has led me to now study the assessment-only route at Derby University, and as of October half-term, I will be a fully qualified teacher. As stressful as teaching can be, knowing that I now have the knowledge and the skills to provide children with the best chance to succeed in life is the best feeling. And without completing this degree, this would not have been a possibility for me. No matter our destination, we all have the college to thank for providing us with the opportunity to further our lives. After this wonderful celebration, I'll be going back into my own Year 4 classroom, knowing that I now have the job that I've always dreamed of. I hope that your journeys to your next destination are filled with friends and family, and maybe a large glass or two or something. Thank you all, and well done.
Thank you, Lewis. Could I now invite Taylor Kind to join us on the stage and address us?
Good evening, members of staff, proud parents and family members, and of course, good evening, graduates of 2020 and 2021. Firstly, thank you for giving me the honour to deliver this speech on behalf of my fellow students. This year has probably been one of the strangest and toughest years for all of the academic institutions in the UK. COVID posed a real threat and obstacle to education, with the possibility that teaching would not be fulfilled to its normal high standards. I'm proud to stand here and say that this was not the reality for the past year. The past year was instead a demonstration of how staff and students can persevere and overcome difficult challenges. The past year was a demonstration that university is more than just passing tests and writing assignments, but it is instead a place in which people show courage and hard work to help each other to succeed. So, what were the challenges, you may ask? Well, there was the obvious problems of online lectures and remote exams, but my personal most difficult challenge was that of repeating, "Sir, you're on mute," at least a dozen times a day. Professor Mohammed Al-Assadi was a particular expert at this. I believe his personal best was delivering 10 minutes of quality teaching before realising he'd been talking to himself and that no one could hear him. Working from home offered more unique challenges, which I'm sure a lot of you here will appreciate, such as answering the door to a delivery driver whilst in the middle of an exam, or the nerve-wracking experience of submitting the same exam with only 3 minutes to spare and hoping that your internet won't drop out. It is a credit to the staff, lecturers and fellow students with how they seamlessly transitioned into working from home, from balancing whiteboards on bookshelves to creating makeshift offices. Working from home did have some benefits, however. When times were tough and students became more tired, I recollect some students starting the early morning lectures from the comfort of their own beds. Modern problems require modern solutions. I've personally been in the nuclear engineering industry for 7 years now after starting an apprenticeship at 16. For the majority of this duration, I've studied at Loughborough College part-time. Throughout this time, I've made many friendships and developed confidence and skills that have helped further my career. Within the workplace, you get to meet all sorts of different people. It is fair to say that we have to deal with a certain amount of, to put it politely, difficult colleagues. Thankfully, this isn't the case at Loughborough College. The staff have always demonstrated a caring and polite attitude, which makes the process of learning a whole lot easier. My time at Loughborough College, however, was not without mistakes. There was once a practical exercise that required the students to do some wiring. My failed attempt resulted in a lovely loud pop, which knocked out all of the power to the technology centre. Apologies to anybody that might have been using the computers in there at the time. However, Albert Einstein once said, "A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new." I'm sure the facilities managers wouldn't have appreciated that quote at the time. It is important to remember that some staff and students have had to face even more challenges than others, from newborn children to some that have had to face illness. To those people, I say, you have done yourselves, friends and families incredibly proud. I would on multiple occasions sit and feel lucky to be surrounded by such bright individuals. I would like to express one last huge thank you to all the staff, my fellow students, and of course, our loving families for all of the support along the journey. I will conclude this speech by saying, oh, sorry, I was on mute.
Thank you once again, both of you, Lewis and Taylor. Superb speeches, thank you. And Mohammed will take up the mute for 10 minutes later. Sadly, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our ceremony now, and I'm sure you'll agree that we have successfully celebrated the magnificent achievements of our graduates. We invite you to carry on this celebration outside the hall following the conclusion of the ceremony. I would also like to thank the Deputy Lieutenant, Governors, Principal and CEO, honoured guests, teaching staff and the Town Hall and our marketing team, particularly Holly Woodward. And also, can I just add my own personal thanks to Kirsty Patel, who hides behind this screen and is the one that makes sure... is the one that makes sure that I get the right certificate in the right hand for the right person, and it stresses me out. But I don't think we've made a mistake yet, so thank you, Kirsty. And also thanks to our guest speakers and presenters for their excellent and highly valued contributions. Thank you. So may we please ask our graduates to stay seated in the theatre, where we will partake in a group photograph, and we ask that guests proceed to the foyer to collect their celebratory cake. Group photos will be available to download for free in the coming days, so family and friends will not miss out on that opportunity. And graduates, please don't worry, there will be some cake left after you for the photograph, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, for those who are able, could I ask you to please stand? And in declaring this graduation ceremony closed, may I please ask you to remain in your places until the platform party has left the stage. Thank you.